Alright, so these next couple of vlogs are going to be a little weird because I'm actually recording this little section of it several weeks after the date of when the vlogs are supposed to take place. The cutaway footage and the stuff I'm talking about will have been recorded during that actual week, but this part of the video was recorded several weeks after. It's also 2 in the fucking morning right now. Might as well do it now because I have another vlog that I have to record this section for, and I have to record this week's little vlog. So yeah. So this video, we're talking about the week that I storyboarded a scene that we filmed. We actually did film it, so that'll be next week's video. We had already done the thrift shopping. We had all the props set up. The scene was written, and I was scared. I was anxious. I was like, okay, you know what? I should maybe focus on finishing the script first. Let's focus on that. We can postpone the filming. We can postpone scheduling. But in truth, I think I was just anxious and scared, and I just wanted to delay it subconsciously. But then Bethany texted me basically saying, I'm free this weekend. Let's film a scene. And I'm so glad she did that, because that's exactly the exact push. Even if it was a little push, that was the exact push I needed to just go forward and be like, okay, let's film this fucking scene. And I'm so glad she texted me that, because I just it really amped me up. Like, okay, she's on board. Let's do this. So she texted me that probably like a Monday or Tuesday, and we were gonna film that Saturday. So I needed a storyboard. Thing with that scene also was there really is no verbal dialogue. It's all sound and sound effects and just action. It's a very visual scene. And it was one of the first times I ever really did that. So my idea for this issue was, well, let's storyboard and create an animatic. Which an animatic's basically like a video, but instead of like film footage, it's drawings. That was my idea. I've never done an animatic. I've done storyboards for my other short films. I've never done an animatic, so I decided to do that. But I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Let's roll it back to the beginning of the week. So that Monday or Tuesday is when I got the text. We were going to start filming Saturday, but I needed to storyboard. However, it was also podcast week. Welcome to the Existential Young Adult Podcast. Me and Bethany have a bi-weekly podcast that we do. This week was a week where we needed to upload an episode, but I had not yet edited the latest podcast we had recorded. So before I could even start storyboarding, I needed to edit that. I tried teaching my brother how to edit the podcast.
Oh, so you don't want to edit it? That's what you're saying?
Oh, I have to listen to it to edit it?
Yeah.
He eventually got bored.
I ended up having to edit it myself. This episode was supposed to go up yesterday. I was busy. Working on editing the vlog, script, storyboarding, planning out my movie. I'm a busy guy. I have a lot. I gave myself too much stuff to work on.
Editing the podcast is not the most fun thing in the world. After I finally finished editing and uploading the podcast, I could get started on storyboarding. The way I storyboard is I don't worry about doing any fine, good drawings. All I'm really focusing on is camera angles and where the characters are positioned. Maybe like camera movements or cuts or transitions. All my drawings when I do storyboards are super sloppy, quick sketches because I'm drawing basically every shot. And if I put a lot of detail into each one of those, I'd be storyboarding forever.
I wanted to sleep early tonight, so I didn't feel like complete shit when I woke up for work tomorrow. I've been wanting to sleep early every night for the past few weeks, and it looks like I'm not gonna.
As I'm drawing in the little boxes, I'll make notes about, camera angles or what this character's doing or what this shot connects to, or just little notes for myself to remind myself when I'm shooting it on the day. Because I use these storyboards when I'm filming. I bring them with me and I use them as like a reference when I'm actually shooting. Because this has no dialogue and I really needed to get into the mood of what the scene is supposed to be like, I actually had my headphones on and was listening to music, I guess. The scene actually has like a kind of like a ticking clock sound effect in the background. Kind of has that feeling of like time's running out. And so while I was storyboarding, I was listening to the sound effect of a ticking clock. Not the most coolest fun thing in the world. Eventually, after a lot of hours drawing and listening to the tick 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 of the clock, I had my storyboards. But again, because I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to cut this in the editing, I was worried about how I was going to film it and whether everything would properly cut together. So for the first time ever, I did an animatic. I just took each sheet that had the 4 panels of the storyboard and I scanned them using my own little personal printer / scanner. I used the snippet tool on my computer to just select each individual panel and have each panel be its own little image. And for editing it together, I just used my go-to editor, DaVinci Resolve, which is what I've been editing all my short films on. And I just went through the process of actually editing it. I rushed it. It was a really rough animatic, partly because like everything else this week, I've been doing it really late. I was doing it really late. I was not in the best of moods to stay up and probably focus on an animatic, and also it was the day before we were supposed to film, so I also needed to prepare all my batteries and my cameras and my microphones and everything else, and I hadn't even had a finished animatic that I could study over. So yeah, it was a pretty stressful night. But anyway, eventually after several really intense editing sessions of doing that little quick animatic, I got a version of it that I thought was decent, that I thought was okay, and I used that as the reference for actually filming the scene. I might include that animatic at the end of this video. It's a really rough animatic, before you, just so you know, if I do, it's a really rough animatic. So the actual scene will be a lot better. Please just trust me on this. I kind of know what I was doing. After I finished the animatic, then it was just time to prepare for the next day of filming day.
Charging my microphone, charging light batteries, GoPro batteries for the vlog. Storyboard check. Then take my headphones. Preparing the props. Viewfinder. Might not use this, but I have it. Clothing, pants. Got all my shit prepared. Looking, going through it. Gotta check my lights. Gotta have lights. Lights are super important. Alright. I'm gonna be up tomorrow at 7 to get ready, get everything packed, get in the truck, get over there, and get started. We're actually shooting a scene tomorrow. We're officially shooting the first scene tomorrow. Not the first scene of the movie, but the first scene we're shooting. Oh my god! So yeah, it was a pretty busy, stressful week. I had to rush and edit to get the podcast uploaded for our scheduled release date. I had to rush to storyboard and rush to do our animatic, basically very last minute. Literally, I think technically I finished the animatic the day we were gonna be filming, because and it was past midnight, so technically it was I finished it the same day we were filming.
So it was super last minute. But we got it done, and we did end up filming it. And everything went pretty well for the most part. But you'll know more about that next week. Now, here's the animatic.